Hi everyone, my name is Harley and welcome to another episode on TransByDef. This week's topic is voice therapy, and what a day to do this on because I just got done singing and stuff, so my voice is very aggressive. Anyways, so in this week's topic, there are several things that go on in a transition. And part of the transition process is practicing your female voice if you decide to do that. Some transgenders just want to keep whatever voice they have, and that's fine. So the thing is, female to males, pretty much your voice is going to change based on the testosterone. It's just, your vocal box is going to develop into a deeper one, and so you're all made, really. So you might have to do a little bit efforts, but it's not impossible. I had a friend before he transitioned, before he actually took hormones. He actually got his voice pretty fucking deep, and I was actually pretty surprised. But he was trying, because it was just he would really work at it, and I was like, okay, but then once he started taking testosterone, it was naturally becoming that, and I was like, holy shit, So, anyways, but for male to females, it's a little bit different. Now, some people may argue, say, oh no, hormones definitely raise my voice. If you could show me an article I didn't really do research on it, but if you can actually show me an article that says something that your vocal cords actually tighten based on female hormones, I mean, I would love to see that, because I actually feel like I have a different theory behind it, and, maybe I should do my own research, but I have a feeling it's just, up here, your emotions, your different feelings to it. For example, when you're happy, you talk happy, oh my god, yo, it's so good to see you, and then it's when you're depressed, you're yeah, whatever, and so, you talk different based on your emotions, and I do think by proxy, though, that hormones definitely helps your emotions, helps your true feelings inside. So I feel like I definitely talk better because now I'm on hormones, and I feel normal. I feel like a girl, and I feel like I talk, that's how I talk, so it's kind of a, I think it's all about how you're feeling. The hormones making you feel more feminine, and therefore you're talking more feminine, and I have a feeling it's just that. I don't think nothing is mechanically, physically happening there. I think it's just you feeling happy, you're feeling excited, you're feeling girly, you're feeling guy, you're just, it's all based on that, I feel. So, anyways, I mean, arguments over on that, I mean, so let's say one thing is, practice makes perfect. When I was part-time, it was the hardest thing to work on my female voice. It was, becomes my natural voice, but it was so hard because, the whole point about what you're working toward is you're trying to exercise your muscles, your vocal muscles, to a point where when they're tight, it doesn't feel like you're doing any work on it. It feels like you're, oh my god. Okay, so anyways, I just realized what I was fucking doing, so anyways, it feels, fuck, I can't believe, now I'm gonna think of that. Okay, anyways, it's really tight in the vocal cords, so, and so what you're trying to do is you're trying to put to a point where it feels naturally, so when you actually loosen it, it's still like that because it feels natural. Now when I was part-time, I would exercise and then work as James for a whole 5 days and then go on the weekend, and so I really was not doing a well job, and sometimes I'll go 2 weeks without it. And so if you look at some of my past videos, you'll see my voice improving and then improving and then dropping, it's. And that, until I started going full-time, that's when my voice started to improve a lot better, because I was practicing every day. So practice makes perfect. There's There's two methods that I've seen for speech therapy, and one method is to do the ultimate high pitch and then drop it. Now, I can't fucking do that. Like, I really don't understand that. It's like, squeeze your voice until you sound like a sexy stripper, and then drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it, until something like this. I don't know. I can't fucking, I just don't get that one bit, because I'm not understanding. I think it might be the proportion from your head voice and the chest voice. So I think that's really what that is. You're trying to drop it to a point where you're actually speaking with both your chest and head voice, but a certain proportion of it. That's one way to do it. However, the way I did it was the staircase way. You tighten your vocals to a point where it's comfortable and not straining, and then you work at that for like a week or two. You keep it like that, and then eventually when you feel comfortable, and I mean comfortable meaning like as you're tightening it, it doesn't feel like you're tightening it anymore. It doesn't feel like you're doing that much work to get it there. So that's the point when you take another step, a semitone higher. And that's pretty much like a half note, a semitone higher, and you to do that now, and you work out it until you get to a point, and then you do again, and you keep doing it. Now, see, I eventually just like fuck up because I go and sing, and then I fuck my voice up because I do that, but I'm already comfortable with the way I talk and shit like that. So it could improve a little bit more, but whatever. So, things like that. So, the cool thing is when you go back to your normal voice, it sounds really difficult. So, like, oh, yeah. What I was going to say is, like, you have your head voice and then you have your chest voice. So, like, your head voice is more, like, airy. Like, hi, how are you? La, 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 la. Like, that's your head voice where you're just using your head. You're not using your chest. You're using more of your diaphragm. Like, things like that. And then you have your chest voice where you're like, something like that. I dropped my chest voice before and to a friend, and I was just joking with them. I did the Mortal Kombat Scorpion voice. Okay, I'm going to probably do it for you guys, but I'm going to step a little bit back. So Scorpion, obviously, in Mortal Kombat, he spears the guy and then says something, so I'm going to do that. Hopefully I could do it on the first time, but alright. Get over here! I don't know, that was kind of bad, but so that actually cleared my throat up a little bit, but anyway, so like, it's kind of cool to be able to balance off like that, but and the other thing is, sorry, I'm dragging it out. Pretty much, yeah, you got your head voice and your chest voice. I feel like you just need to balance it out more, because it becomes more authentic when you still have a little bit of your chest voice going on. It just sounds like that. I mean, you don't want to sound too airy, because it just sounds like it draws more attention to that, because you're like, hi, hello, and you're just like wondering, okay, that's interesting. I mean, you don't have your own voice recognition right there. It's kind of like, it's super airy and there's no like resonation there. So I kind of think that, in a voice it really needs some type of resonation due to your chest. But whatever. So anyways, I think that's about it. Can't think of anything. Just practice makes perfect, by the way, so definitely practice. Anyways, that's about it. See you next week. Bye.